Buenas noches, telenoticia televidentinan. So, Aruba has a tremendous amount to explore. Right now, I'm standing near one of the protected salinas on the island. There are many messages, educational information, and tips that we like to share with our visitors and tourists when it comes to how they can minimize their footprint when exploring the nature on our wonderful island. However, I think these tips and tricks can also speak to the local community as well. Take a look. Part of the appeal in vacationing in Aruba is to explore the beautiful nature that the island has to offer. This is, of course, welcomed, but there are certain ways to behave in nature for tourists and locals in order to minimize our impact on nature and to leave a smaller footprint. Luckily, ACF, Aruba Conservation Fund, is working closely with ATA, Aruba Tourism Authority, in order to raise awareness with our visitors to be more conscious whenever exploring protected areas within nature. Here are a few very simple tips. Just go slow.
I would say just go slow, because that already has an impact. If you go fast, if you're with your vehicle or not, you might trample or cause some roadkill. Stay on the paths, so whenever you're driving around, stay on the paths, because that can cause vegetation loss, that can create disturbance for habitats.
Another tip, be aware of animals. When it comes to Aruba's precious species of animals, remember to be on the lookout and act accordingly.
Nature on the island is not static, so it changes with the species. So they have different breeding seasons, they have different migratory patterns. So for example, with turtles, we collaborate, and Tortuga Aruba does an amazing job. We have those seasons also coming into play. So there are moments that you have turtle nesting season, and please be aware that turtles will come on the shore, and stay away when they're laying their eggs, and make sure to contact Tortuga Aruba. But for the other side, for example, at Baby Beach, we have the terns. So the terns are migratory birds that comes to the island to breed and lay their eggs. So that's also important, not to run behind and not to chase them, let them be.
It seems like a good rule of thumb is to enjoy the animals from afar. And Tyson also says, at the end of the day, be respectful.
Please be respectful. Just do not touch any wildlife. Even turtle, do not harass them. Do not. So there's also, for example, turtles. Whenever you're swimming with the turtles, try to keep your distance and actually swim not in front of them. So from the side and the back. So that's also, be respectful. Do not catch them, please. Do not try to catch them and grab them.
For our diving friends, don't forget about protecting our coral life.
With corals also, whenever you're snorkeling, diving, do not step on them. I mean, it takes many years for these corals to form. These are the basis of our marine wildlife, for the fishes and so on. So there's many, good practices that we still need to implement for people to be more conscious. So it's not only the visitor, but also the tour operators that are basically eager to work with us also to make sure that they are doing the right thing.
Tyson is the CEO of the Aruba Conservation Fund. He just brought up a really great point. In order to properly get the message across on protecting our natural environment, tourism partners all need to be aligned. It is a team effort.
I think it was 2 weeks ago, we had already a communication workshop with hotel operators and tour operators. And this is basically to change the narrative on how to communicate. So for example, if you just say visit the dunes, say that it's a protected area while you're visiting the dunes. That already creates a different messaging for when you're going to visit the dunes.
Here are a few final words of advice from Tyson.
And if you just be respectful towards nature, that's very helpful already. Do not feed wild animals, that will change their behavior. So there's a lot of things that can be done, and this is also part of our collaboration with ATA. So ATA would want us to collaborate on how to make the visitors more conscious of their impact and how to behave better.
Signing off right here near one of the protected salinas, Patela Noticia, Amita, Yentl Lieuw.